Hey. So I'm going to show you really quickly and easily, it's super easy, it's the easiest tech you've done so far, how to set up and create and design your automated nurture sequences. These are the automated emails that will go out starting as soon as someone opts into your list and signs up to receive your freebie content. So normally I don't like to do these demo videos because there's people who are better experts at this tech stuff than me, but I couldn't find a good one, and honestly this is really straightforward, so I will show you. The first thing you're going to want to do, if you haven't already, is create a list. So the easiest thing, honestly, is to just create a whole separate list for that freebie. So we'll go in, we'll create a list, you say create list. Oops. There we go, create list. List name, I'm going to call it freebie name sign up, like whatever your freebie is called. The email it's going to come from, what it's going to look like what the name is going to show up like. So I do usually suggest it's your name. I'm fine for it to just generate this randomly. You can reuse a reminder from another one. So, you've decided to join in your initial intake form. Actually, that's not what you want to do. You signed up to receive my awesome freebie and updates on improving whatever you want. Then it has your contact information. I don't like to enable the double opt-in because then they have to do two things before they actually get subscribed to your list, and you're going to lower the number of people that you have. You also don't need to do this unless you've got clients and patients in the EU. If you do, click it. If you never do, don't, because it's going to add a bunch more text that I think muddles things. If you want notifications of new subscribers or unsubscribes, you can do that. I don't like to see it, so I click save. Now we're ready to actually create the sequence that will come from people who sign up on this list. So you're going to go to create again, and we're going to create an email. It's going to be automated. I just do this, welcome new subscribers. You could really do anything, they're all kind of the same. So you're going to call it something. I'm again going to call it whatever that freebie name was, and then nurture sequence or email sequence. See, I already have nurture sequence. Select the list that it's going to email to, so freebie name sign up, and begin. So all these, I don't really know the difference. They all look exactly the same to me, so you can pick any of them. And then we come here, and this is going to show you the breakdown of how the emails, the sequence of them, and how they're going to get sent out. So you'll see, right now it's triggered one day after a subscriber joins your list. So for the first email, we actually want it to be immediately after they join their list, because that first email is going to send them the freebie that they requested. But this is great. A subscriber joins your list, this list, but we want it to be immediately. I also always click when subscribers are imported because, I don't know, you never know. Like if you're doing a live event, maybe you're importing all the people after who signed up on a form somewhere else. You're importing them because they asked to receive this freebie. You never know. So click it, update this trigger. So these things here, you kind of can get fancy. Often I just leave it. So you can edit the schedule. So let's say you only want the email to be sent out, send at like noon to people. Or maybe one of the emails in the sequence, you say good morning, and it's something that they can do first thing in the morning. Maybe you want it to be sent to them at 7 a.m. For the most part, I say just send it anytime. And for the first email, you probably want it immediately. But for the other emails, if there does seem like a timely manner involved with that email, or there's some sort of time-sensitive nature to it, you can get specific on the days. I like to just leave it. And you can also segment it. So if you are going the route of creating one master list for your clients, for your leads, for your opt-ins, for all of these different things, for your, center of influence, which we'll talk about in the next module, you can segment people. I'm not going to get into it because I find most of my clients don't want to use this. It makes it easier in some ways for sending out broadcast emails, but I find for the little extra effort it takes on that, it adds a lot of extra effort on all this setup. So I leave the segments alone and I just create a new list every time I'm doing something. And down the road you can always change it if you want to consolidate things, but for now I would leave it. For now I would leave this action. You don't want to do anything else but send an email. And so then this is where you'll go to design the email. But usually what I like to do first is just sort of get the sequence going. So you go add email and it adds another one. You're going to trigger this one day after the subscriber sent the previous, or we sent this one, which is perfect. You want to do the follow-up email one day after. So that's great. Again, I would edit the schedule to say, as soon as possible. So now we're just going to add a couple more. Okay, let's say you've got this one comes, let's say, 3 days. Add an email. This one will come also 3 days. And you see, you can add as many as you end up having in your sequence. So right now we have 4. Now you'll go and design each one. And they don't have to be crazy here. We're talking normal emails. So name of your email. This is just for you. So I would again call this like freebie, like whatever your title is of your freebie or whatever, oh my gosh, whatever you know it to be, freebie name, sequence, email, number 1. And then the subject, you're going to call it whatever you've decided you want to call it. Usually this one is like, here is the guide you requested. Something like that. And then if you want, you can add this little preview text. Again, you put the name, it's going to come up. Keep this consistent. I mean, if you're always coming up as Kate Matheson, leave it as that. You can do this. I'll just do another email right now so it doesn't say that. There we go. Oops. I don't know why it's going crazy like this. Next. So now eventually you might have some saved templates or you might have some themes, but you can honestly just pick something super easy. For these emails, I like them to just look super basic. I mean, you can also drag and drop, so you can choose whatever you want. We'll do this simple text because we want them to just feel like it's an email from one person to the next, because I mean, that's what it is. So we've done this, but maybe you do want to put your logo at the top. So you can do that. You can add in an image. It's pretty easy. Browse, you upload it. I don't want that. And then you're just going to, you click on this, and then over here is where you'll write your email. Hello, thanks for signing up to receive blah, 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 blah. Now, if you want to add a link, you can get your download here. You just simply do this, click the link, add in the web address for whatever you're sending. I usually like to upload this to a Google Docs because you can get a link for the Google Docs that is shareable. You just put it in there, and that creates a link right to your download. If you are, I'll show you. Let's say, and personally, I like to delete all this. Oh, you have to leave that, but I'll often, get rid of my address and stuff, or this copyright. Sometimes it'll add it back in automatically, but I find all of this info is just, you gotta leave the unsubscribe things and update your preferences, but I don't really like seeing all the other stuff. Okay, so then, save and close. So now you can add in, let's say you're doing a video series. You can drag and drop a video right here, and you'll browse to upload a video. And then let's say you want to add more text after. You can add more text. Type, 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 type. Look, you can really play around with it. You can do different styles, change the color of things. It's not so difficult. Save and continue. So that you've done already number 1. Then you'll go and do the exact same thing for all of these emails. And I mean, basically, you're going to be copying and pasting the content that you've already written out for the email, the actual email text. I mean, adding in any links, any images, any videos that you plan to use. You'll add all those in, but otherwise, it's just copying and pasting and formatting a little bit. And then once it's all done, you go next. I don't know if it's going to let me do it because I didn't design all the emails yet. So you've got to resolve all these issues. I've got to fix my email address because I haven't verified it. That one. You need to verify, again, the email thing. All of these will normally be done. And then again, they're not all designed. But it'll show you, exactly when it's going to be sent. So you can kind of verify it's what you want. And then you just click Start Workflow, and it'll be kind of held in the background, the sequence ready to go. So when someone subscribes to your list from one of the landing pages or the opt-in forms you created in the last video, they will automatically and immediately be sent that first email and be sent their freebie, and really start to be able to get those emails from you, getting to know you, seeing like what wicked value you have to offer, and really getting to know what you can do for them and getting excited about that prospect, so that when you get down to email 4, email 3, or whenever it is you start to mention inviting them to work with you, they're really pumped. They're excited. They know it's going to work for them. They see testimonials or case studies, third parties saying it worked for them. They're super excited. It's an awesome thing. And beyond this, 20 minutes, half an hour, it'll take you to do this, maybe an hour. All of this is automatic. So I love it. Hit me up if you've got any questions. You can find me in the Facebook group. But honestly, you'll see, you're not going to break this thing. It's pretty self-explanatory. So go for it. Test it afterwards. Sign up, have your friends sign up. Check all the links as you get the emails over the sequence. But it should be pretty easy and ready to go. Okay, thanks. See ya.